excellent news for our subscribers. Those who followed our two strategic calls on oil, first at the end of December and again in the middle of January, should be feeling very rewarded today. Oil just dropped to a fresh new low, breaking below the September 2024 level, exactly as projected. With a sell-off gaining momentum, it's a perfect time to ask, what's next? Is this the beginning of an extended collapse, or are we nearing a key support that could trigger a bounce? In today's analysis, we will review the full technical picture, candles, Elliott Waves, long and short-term charts, and map the possible paths ahead for oil, and not only for WTI, but also for Brent. And we'll also have a look at the few major oil stocks. The next move will be decisive. Let's dive straight into the charts. So this is the chart that we have been following since December, then the end of December 2024, when we outlined that the oil is expected to move higher toward this level. So it did, and in 2 weeks it made a reversal here, which we also called. Those who followed these two calls made about 11% upward and 17% downward. Excellent calls. Now let's have a look at the smaller frame. This was the short-term frame that we've been following since the top was announced in the beginning of January and after that. So this one on February 24 was the last gentleman's exit, and we called it that when oil was 71. Right now it is 65 and counting. So the perspective here is wave 3. Right now oil is exploring wave 3. If it completes somewhere here, then we would be expecting wave 4, perhaps for a couple of weeks, and it will be followed by another one. But we cannot say how long will be a correction here, because wave looks pretty aggressive. So that's the perspective for the short term. And let's have a look at our big call, which we made on January 18th. And it was a purely technical call based on multiple similarities that we spotted between the current technical picture and the one that oil formed in January 2020, 5 years ago, exactly to the date, to the day. And after this call, Brent is technically falling, and this right now we are seeing an acceleration. Is it going to be acceleration like these big candles? I'm talking about these ones. Which one? This one, the big one, happened on exactly February 24, 2020, and the next one was the beginning of March, the first week of March. So let's see how it works this time. So far, oil is bearish. And now let's have a look at the candles. So candles are saying us, the candles are bearish, no doubt about it. After a very strong bearish closure on the monthly frame, this was the closure. The monthly candle, it was a hammer engulfed with huge bearish engulfing. And now we are looking for at smaller frames. So the daily is clearly falling so far, but it's getting close to the oversold area, so we might see some bounce here. The other frames are healthy and showing a continued move down. So this the 15-day frame, which closed yesterday, it formed a confirmation of a dark cloud cover, and we are expecting oil to continue lower, something that we discussed yesterday in our daily wave updates. Now let's have a look at the Brent. This is the long-term chart. We are tracking it only since May, and this was the original one that we shared with our subscribers, so it remains unchanged practically. I'm just adding more elements here once we receive more data from indicators and other and candles. So far, this is on track. This is our long-term target, 50 to 31 sometime. Let's see. So far, oil is Brent is down 17% after our call in May. And oh, by the way, today is March 5th, so this was the last time I looked at this chart. And the final chart for today, let's have a quick look at what ExxonMobil, Chevron, and ConocoPhillips are telling us. So their candles are technically bearish, all of them, and they continue to fall. Conoco is a bit getting closer to the oversold area. We might see some bounce here. However, until we see a very strong bullish move, we consider this as bearish. And in today's daily waves, I'm planning to discuss ExxonMobil long-term chart and also the ConocoPhillips for these two. If you're interested, join us for the next video. So oil continues to break down, validating our forecasts and pushing into new lows. But whether this turns into a full-scale collapse or a temporary pause, we'll be watching every single as it develops. Stay ahead of the trend, subscribe to our channel for daily market waves reports, visit investingangles.com for premium insights on oil and gas that are in our energy package. Follow us on YouTube, Twitter, Telegram, and Reddit. We are tracking every key level and wave, so you never miss the next critical turn. Thanks for watching, and as always,